Good curling. Good luck. Good curling. Okay, Christine, from now on, good luck. Oh, we are right now.
Welcome to the first draw on the women's side of the USA Curling Junior National Curling Championships 2021. This is once again Luke Violette, but this time I am joined by the great Becca Rogers. Becca, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. On draw 2 of the day.
Yep.
Draw 1 is pretty exciting. Looking forward to first draw on the women's side.
Yeah, it'll be great to see some action on this side of the event for sure.
Yep, I think all the girls are kind of pretty antsy to play. Some of them have been around for the last couple days watching the guys play, and I'm sure it's going to be great for them to all get on the ice.
Absolutely.
So now, I'm kind of new kid on the block. I don't know a whole lot about this Strouse team, so Becca's going to have to help me fill in the blanks here. Becca's actually a member of Team Strouse. Can you tell us a little bit more how the season's gone for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a really good season leading up to this, and we just competed at Women's Nationals here in this past May, and then a lot of training and on the ice and off the ice leading up to this for the girls to compete in this event. So it's very excited. I know they're super excited to be here.
Yep, so then throughout the week you're kind of filling in as team mom and commentator, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I am a little too old to compete in juniors, so I'm here this week helping out in whatever way I can, driving to the club, switching out broom heads for them, and then I get to do a little commentating, so it'll be very exciting.
That's a great teammate right there. We often pick up Becca as our fourth whenever John's not around. Sometimes we prefer it. Don't tell John. So we're pretty confident that Team Strouse had the better LSD, and we'll have the hammer in the first end. And Team Strouse will be taking on the Ponzio rink. I believe this is Team Ponzio's first Junior National Championship. And Team Strouse, with Becca included, are your defending champions in this event. It's been a long, 18 months or something.
Right,
but
yes.
still the defending champs. So, Becca, what do you think the keys to the game are for Team Strouse here?
I think the key today will really be for them to just figure out the ice in this first game and get comfortable with reading how it's looking. We've seen a lot of curl in these first couple of men's draws, so I think if they're going to be able to figure out the ice, then they'll have a successful game. So
yeah, absolutely. Managing the curl has been the name of the game here on these first couple draws. They scratch the rocks fairly hard on Sunday, and a lot of these teams are used to playing on clubs with a little straighter ice. This is pretty standard curl for championships, but a lot of teams aren't quite used to it, especially in a year where we have been playing in a lot of championships.
Yes, absolutely.
So managing that adjustment will be critical in today's contest. And the first shot of the game just slips through the rings there. Looks like Susan Dett's going to have a free chance at throwing up a corner guard here. Now for Team Ponzio, it's a little easy to get discouraged playing one of the favorites to win the event in the first game, but it's actually the best opportunity to crack a favorite. It's pretty common because of the managing the ice conditions. If the team's gonna have a rough game, it is likely going to be the first game. So for Team Ponzio, it should just be a good opportunity to get used to the ice, play loose, and see what all they can throw at Team Strouse's way, and you never know what'll happen.
Absolutely.
So yep, this corner guard coming up a little on the light side. Still a corner guard. I think they wanted a little more curl out of it too, but it should be good enough.
3-4.
Definitely always a little bit of a guess playing that first inside-out shot of the game. And they managed it pretty well. Sweepers had a pretty good idea early on that they needed to go on that one.
Whoa, Christine only. Christine. Whoa. Get it close. 3 guard only. Whoa, whoa. Sit. Whoa, whoa. Okay. We're biting.
Looks like that just slipped into the rings, so it is no longer safe by the free guard zone. So Laney's going to walk up there and ask for Susan to hit and roll.
Control!
Up hard on it early. Usually the miss on these hits, especially in the middle, has been to over curl. Get a little bit of roll. They're looking for more, but still a good shot.
Thank you.
If Team Ponzio elects to come around that stone, it will be a really short run back for Team Strouse.
4-0 still. Wait's up.
4-0 referencing the back line to hog line split time.
Wait only. It's up. Top 8. Whoa.
Looks like we're coming in a little bit hot here.
Only wait. Sorry. What was time?
It's going to slip through.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was an 80 and not that 4-0. So the 80 means 3.8. And so those 0.2 of a second like are going to mean 90? That the rock will be a bit heavy as it was.
You're good.
Oh, now Sid the Kid Crosby, or I mean Mulaney, has a crack at this come around here.
He's going to slow down. 7. Running pretty high. 8, 9. Looks like it'll slow down a bit, but I don't think 7, 8. It's sticking around. 8. It's slow on that line. Yeah. A what? 13.8. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear Laney mentioning that it is a little slow on that line. It is the general tendency for that inside-out track to be slow early in the game, as during pregame practices, teams are really prepping for their last shot draw, which is clearly to the middle of the sheet. So depending on how teams practice, usually that inside-out track's pretty slow. But it looks like Team Strouse has managed it well. Slipping behind the T-Layer is perfectly acceptable.
It's all got a curl too.
Looks like another heavy one coming here.
It's okay. It's just too much weight. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I think so. Same thing. You got it. Yep.
Sydney with a chance here to put one a little bit above her previous shot and sit 2 buried under the corner guard. I say the saving grace for Team Ponzio is that corner guard is very high. So especially at the swing here, even if these stones are fully buried, they should be able to play a hack weight and remove one or both of those.
No, not quite. No. It's like a 4. Gotta be in. Don't leave it short, girl.
Certainly important to be in, as Laney says.
Can't be a guard. Come on, girl.
And it is going to be just short.
This comes up a little short.
Yeah, the big difference with it being a little slower there is just that you're not going to have as much carry sweeping it at the end. And I think on that one, she might have got it on a little bit tighter line than the last stone.
Yeah.
And that's also going to cause it to check up a little bit.
Line's good. Clean. Yeah, clean, yes.
Still a good situation for Team Strouse, though.
Straight, hard. Straight, hard. Yeah, curl.
Sweepers are on this one, I think both for line and weight.
Yes. Hard. Yeah, hard. Curl. Under. Alyssa, hard, yes. Don't, that's pretty good.
Not quite shot stone, but as mentioned, pretty good. That's going to force Team Strouse to play a shot to the middle now.
For 1, do you still like this? Yeah.
Big opportunity for Leah Yavaro on her first rock here. She can probably stick this and then maybe roll or shoot her close to on the rings, or at least protecting the path to their shot stone under the corner guard. Calling Sydney on right away here. Looks like Lainey tried to call whoa so that she could just stick it on the other one rather than take it out, and that was a pretty tough miss there.
Yeah.
So now Team Ponzio is going to have a chance to take control of the end here. Although that corner guard is still up there, and especially since they're the one they were already shot underneath it, Team Strouse can just draw under there and get shot rock again.
Line's good. Where?
Clean. Clean it.
Got it, Curl.
Clean it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Alyssa, hard. Yes. Whoa.
Yeah.
Got a curl. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Fighting hard. Yeah. Good try.
Doesn't quite come in the rings,
Yeah.
so it is in some sense effectively a corner guard. So Lainey's first indication was to roll under that way, but then she also motioned rolling the other way, so I'm not too sure which way she settled on. Did you see, Becca?
I didn't see, but I think either way is probably good. I think probably under the yellow is maybe a little preferable in this situation.
Yep, certainly a shorter roll to get under the yellow. But of course, important to always make the distinction and choose one.
Yes.
Oh. Great sweep from Sydney there to get that by that
keep
very
it
yellow one.
Hanging on in the rings, although not under the corner.
Yeah, but it is
Honestly,
you know,
like,
out wide, so it'd be a pretty difficult hit, and I think you see Team Ponzio just ignoring it and electing to come around the yellow instead.
Absolutely.
Did you clean it? Okay. Draw under. 90. Alyssa.
So this is kind of Ponzio's first rock of the championship.
Yes.
I believe she is a cousin to the great Coleman Thurston.
Yes.
Who plays lead for Team Casper on the men's side.
Tap back, baby. Look at the tap. Tap. Look at the tap. 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 Whoa.
So it got tight early and indicating to go to the plan B, which is the tap.
Whoa. Tap it in.
And
Freeze it.
just
It's okay.
caught that switch a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they had managed to curl up just a little bit more, they may have managed to tap at the shot stone. But Team Strouse's hit and roll there still remains shot.
They're probably coming this way no matter what.
I think they're gonna play this, so we can always come wide. You think we can make this draw this way?
So trying to anticipate what Team Ponzio is going to do next and take it away.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. I like it.
Electing to come under the corner guard again. It's a path that they should know the best. The risk with this is if Team Ponzio decides to get aggressive and they come under their more or less center guard there that's almost biting the top, might be biting the top 12, then Lainey's going to have to make a tough shot to score.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be a shot for 2 or 3 points.
Absolutely.
Could also see Team Ponzio choose to play a hit on those frozen stones over on the top 12 there, maybe kill that back red and try to roll under that yellow stone. That's a little more of a safer call, but more likely to give up 2 points. But for now, Lainey's got to make this draw.
Line's okay. Straight. Straight.
Leah thinks the line is good or a little tight.
Okay.
Indicating she wants Sydney to sweep with the
Curl.
direction
Curl,
that
curl.
hold the rock straight, and now she's calling
Gotta
for the
move.
curl.
Okay, yep. Yep, right here's really good. Hard. Hard, yep. Go, 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 go. Okay.
And it looks like a really good shot. You'll see different teams take different angles on how to approach directional sweeping. The historic method is to completely switch sweepers and have the sweeper still sweep in the direction that's more natural on their side of the stone. But some teams over the last year or two have had just a close sweeper pivot to the other side rather than completely switching sweepers and having that split second where no one's in front of the rock. Team Strouse is one of those teams that usually has Sydney do the pivot. Becca, do you want to shed some light on that decision?
Yeah, we usually have, pending on whether we would want curl or straight close, that person is the one who will originally sweep, and then if you have to switch to either be straight or curl, then the person who's down originally will be the one to pivot. And then if we need a fresh sweeper, then we also have a switch that we put into place for, you know, having fresh arms on the last 10 feet or so. Yeah,
exactly. Certainly it takes a little bit of fancy footwork, but you know, you do get that extra split second where you have someone
get under
and might have caught a little bit of a break there.
That's okay.
Laney should at least be able to see a quarter, a third of this stone. They're asking
I think it's
the front end how much they can see from the hack.
Okay. Do you want to throw 11.5? We can throw. What's that?
Normal and peel it.
Yeah.
So deciding between weights here, either throw a lighter weight and try to stick it, or a heavier weight to more or less assure that you remove the stone, but knowing that you're not going to be able to stick it, so it'd only be for 2 points. Especially on the first end in the first game of the championship. I think Laney elected to throw more normal weight, which is harder, and knowing that it's only for 2. But a score of 2 is still really big in the first end, even a score of 1. Generally, if you score the first point in the game, your probability of winning goes up to about 60%. So making sure you utilize that hammer early on is important. Laney Strouse for 2 or 3 points here. Susan's on it hard early. Ooh, they need that to spin up. And yeah, that's about big of a disaster as it comes there. It's going to be a score of steal of 2 for Team Ponzio in the first end, and we'll be right back after a short break.
The road to Olympic gold begins in Omaha for the nation's top men's and women's curling teams. The U.S. Olympic team trials for curling return to Baxter Arena from November 12th through the 21st. Only 2 teams can berth an Olympic bid from Omaha. Every match is a battle for a spot in Beijing's Winter Games. Get your all-session tickets on August 16th through usacurling.org. Witness medals in the making this November.
All right, and we're back for some second end action in draw 1 of USA Curling Women's Junior National Curling Championships. Kind of a steal of 2 out of nowhere there for Team Ponzio. Team Strouse more or less controlled the whole end early on. It was looking really good to maybe even score 3 or 4 points, but just kind of a bit of a wrong side miss there on Laney's last there. Those are always the most dangerous shots you can probably end up throwing in the first end, because especially in the middle of the sheet there, it's going to be curling a lot, especially first game, freshly scratched stones. You want to make sure you make contact and can at least score 2, but if you ever do end up wrecking on that guard and punching it in like you did, that's kind of the worst case scenario there.
Yes! Close, yes! Okay. That's okay. Good shot.
That center guard not quite getting the center line, but still enough to put some pressure. You see Team Strouse throwing up a corner guard here now. Down 2 points, they want to get a little aggressive, but especially in a 10-end game, there's no need to gamble too much here.
Right, absolutely.
Even just coming back and scoring a single here, it will put them in a position where throughout the rest of the game they'll be able to get their feet under them and make their move later on.
I think they might have called back quad here.
Oh, she might have.
That's good. Good, Sus.
I thought they
That was
called
the
the
call.
corner as well, yeah, but she was saying that she wanted it in,
nope.
so.
That is correct. A lot of teams make their first shot in their pre or between ends meeting.
So you just see the broom
So.
up and you're not sure where it's supposed to go.
Always a great way to fool the statisticians too.
Good way. Wait's close.
And if you call the weight right, you can usually get the benefit of the doubt. Good way to get your lead a few extra points on the score sheet there.
Absolutely.
Yes, straight. Whoa, wait. What's wait?
No formal stats
Wait
being
on the
taken in this
curl,
event,
curl.
though. I'm sure many of the coaches are electing
Curl.
to use their
Yes.
time to take stats.
Okay, whoa.
But U.S. Junior Nationals
That's okay.
historically has never
That's
had any
I think you're hitting
formal stats.
Little less than edge dead. You want to throw it?
Which is good, because it usually ends up being more of a distraction than anything else.
Very true.
Like board? So is that like 12-5, you think? I think so. You got it.
So I think she called board weight, correct?
I believe so. Which is
the-
about 12-5 right now,
Yep.
I think they were talking about.
Exactly. Some teams choose to make board a hog-to-hog time, but others choose to make it in relation to the board on the ice, which is what our team chooses to do, and I'm pretty sure you guys as well.
Yep.
And so that means that board weight changes from game to game and club to club. So it's always
Absolutely.
important to have that conversation to figure out exactly what board is.
Good throw, Sus.
And I believe she did stick that on
Yep.
the rings. So great shot.
Nice shot by
Perfect.
Sus.
So, Kenna electing to play the hit and roll off the top stone. Try and get under their guard, or at least closer to that other red to maybe set up a double attempt later in the end.
Whoa. Got a curl. Oh, dang.
Looks like it's really fading towards the wall here,
Don't got it.
and that's going to slip right by.
Yep.
Yep, certainly, especially this wall side. It's really important to pay attention and manage it throughout the game, because usually there's kind of a spot near the wall, and especially as more play occurs and that starts to straighten out naturally. It can get pretty straight out there, but then if you're not careful and you maybe help it out a little bit on release, it can really take off too. So communication and self-awareness is really important. So I believe Laney elected to come around the off-center guard here. They're going to want to, especially with the hammer, they're just going to want to keep this top 8. They don't want this to slip too deep towards the T line, as Kenna's going to be able to call a freeze on that.
I thought you were saying yes for weight. I mean for line.
Okay, a little mix-up on the communication. Not sure if the call was for weight or line, and they're going to end up slipping behind the T line there.
Can you see any?
You'll notice Leah was sweeping that stone at the end because they want room for 2 rocks, so that if Team Ponzio makes this freeze, there'll still be room for Team Strouse to come on top and be shot rock.
Line's good, real tight. Weight's a bit up. Yeah. Back out. Clean. Where? Back out. No. Curl. No, whoa.
Looks like could be a little wide and heavy here.
That was really heavy. That's right. Okay.
As Danny would say, that one needs to get a little chunky. But
You got it. Nice and
not
easy.
quite enough. So now, especially since that rock slipped under the T line there, this guard is actually, even though it's guarding their stone, it's actually hurting Team Strouse.
Right.
So they're going to peel us off. This is a tricky peel. There's 3 potential jams. Will it get by? Yep, it does. Great shot.
Great throw.
So now Team Strouse is sitting in open 3 stones here. So Team Ponzio is just going to try and maneuver their way into maybe hopefully being able to get an easy double at some point this end.
Right.
I mean, especially if they'll, of course, their goal is to force Team Strouse to a single point, but even if it's just a score or 2, that's still okay.
Yeah.
But they certainly want to try and keep 3 off the board.
Yes! Hard! Yes!
Sweeping
Yes!
right out of hand
Hard!
here.
No.
All the way! Yes! Yes! Hard all the way! Hard all the way!
Good sweep. Didn't quite get the roll towards the other one they were looking for, but they'll certainly have a couple more chances here.
9-5. Okay.
So 9-5, normal weight for a lot of teams.
Whoa! 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 Green, yep! Whoa! 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 Yep! 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 Go ahead! Go ahead! Whoa! 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 You're good. You're good. Good throw. 10-8.
Not that hit and stick. Both of the potential doubles are a little steep for comfort.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just going to call the hit and roll towards the other one. If it rolls anywhere close to it, it's going to be really hard for Team Strouse to be able to hit and stay.
Right.
Could just need to peel it out or just accept the jam on the back one. And of course, if it's wide early, there's the option for the double
Yeah! Whoa!
on the audible.
Right.
Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
Sweeping almost the whole time. They're close. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
looks like they tried the audible and
They're so
just
close.
didn't quite get it in time. No, it's always tricky to figure out where the best spot is.
Okay.
I don't think there's almost always going to be a double,
Right.
but it's about making it as tough as possible, and of course
Okay.
not leaving a triple.
Pretty much anywhere on that line.
But especially if the rocks
What
are
do you
spread
think?
out, I think the odds of leaving a triple are very unlikely. So it looks like they called like about top 8, top 12 on the right side of the sheet.
Gotta be in! Gotta be in! Hard, girls! Come
Sydney
on,
and
girls, you can
Susan
do
are
it.
on it right from the
Hard,
get-go
you can
here.
do it.
As
Hard.
Laney says, really
You
important to
got
get in the
it.
rings.
Come on, hard, girls!
Looks like they're really
They're
dragging
really
it.
dragging it
Oh
here.
yeah,
this-
easy,
That's a
easy
great
work.
sweep.
Fantastic sweep. So used to seeing Becca drag those stones for miles, but looks like it's just her wisdom
Yes.
that has been reflected on Sydney and Susan as a great
Technically,
sweep
we
there.
can come under.
No doubt Team Strouse puts a lot of time and
run it
effort into
back.
the gym, and that's
I
one
like
of those shots
coming
where it
under, though.
shows.
I like coming under.
I do. Okay. Edge.
I didn't see the initial tap of the broom, but this looks like it's a draw of some sorts.
It does.
Okay. She said 90.
Okay.
Wonder if maybe they're coming under the red on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
here?
I mean, I think the only possible options are coming under that or freezing on top of it.
Right.
Line's a little tight.
They feel that they're not going to really be able to make a double on their 2 shots. But, I mean, realistically, though, even giving up
Curling a
3,
lot.
you are still in the game.
Right.
Throwing this shot brings in the potential for a score of 4 or 5. And that's going to be heavy and slide right through.
Woo.
Yeah, 356.
That's not bad.
It's a little far off from what they were looking for.
I don't really want to go behind T. Is it? Do we ever like? Nothing
So,
where
yeah.
they can roll. So do we leave it like a little higher?
Where can they leave it that won't hurt them?
That won't, right.
Yeah.
As Leah mentioned, don't want to be behind the
Give 'em
tee
a
line,
double?
especially since she just called the freeze on
I
that
don't
one.
wanna
It's
actually give
likely
them
if you
something
throw them
that
behind
I
the tee
really
line,
like.
she won't hesitate
I think maybe
to
then.
call out again.
You also have to be careful of giving them a hit and roll under anything. So.
Yep,
Okay, I like it.
because that's
Just your LSD.
ideally if they could have some sort of double and roll, that would be the shot they'd want to play. Both, you know, it's kind of the balance between playing it safe, removing a couple stones, but also leaving a difficult shot for Laney that she could potentially miss.
Right.
And the other challenge is if you're too far above the tee line, then they can come around behind your stone and force you to play a run back. So actually, even though you're sitting really well, it's very hard to put this in a position that leaves no potential outs for Kenna.
Right.
Like roll and sit frozen and shot.
Did they settle on like a top 4, top 8 location?
I think
I think I just heard her say it.
Line's really good. 5 is great.
Yeah. Looks like Leah's holding her broom at just a full top 8, even with the other stone.
Right.
5 is great.
Now, if they come just a little deep with
Gotta
it,
be a
though, it
5.
would line up a triple. But again, a score of 2 is okay.
Really good, yep.
You just want to make sure that you're posting multiple points this end if your team Strouse.
Yep, trying to just touch white a little. Okay, really good judge, guys.
And
Another
that's,
nice sweep.
that's a really good spot.
Right where they wanted it.
I don't, there's certainly a couple doubles that are available, but I'm pretty sure there's no triple.
Yeah. You freeze here. See, but if I
Already
miss
talking about
a
freeze.
draw, they get 5.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it's whatever you want to do. Either way. You could draw here. I don't
Draw
mind
up to 1.
Yeah.
Just nose.
You come here. They're 1. Then they draw for
Let's come this way.
I,
Here, right?
you got it.
Try not to tap. Yeah.
So it looks like they're electing to try this freeze again, hoping that they can just corner it so
freeze.
that if Lainey tries to blast it out,
Freeze
it'll
on that one.
jam on the one she just threw. But this is an
less weight.
extraordinarily difficult shot.
You cleaned it?
And yeah, if she's through the rings again, it will be an open draw for 5. But also, even if she makes it, unless she's absolutely perfect,
Mine's
Lainey will
good.
probably have to pick for 3 or 4.
Right.
T-line. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Go. Yes. Freeze it. Yes.
Looks
Yes.
close.
It does look
I think it might be
Hard.
over curling on him a little
Yes.
bit.
Yes. All the way.
Yeah. Just a little over curl here. So I think
really had to
Lainey
go for that
right
one.
now, Team Strouse is sitting 2, I believe. So they could just draw for 3, or they could elect this hit. They could either, I think, get it a little nose or a little bit high, or they could over curl and hit it thin, punch it over their back one, which it looks.
You got it. I like it.
From the way it sounds from Leah's call, that's what they're trying to do. Because even if they jam on that back one, I think they're still going to be sitting 4.
right.
Big shot for Lainey here. Certainly a chance to come back from the little mishap last end
Absolutely.
and be in an even better position than if they're up 2-0.
Very true.
Tight early.
Hard,
Got Sue's on it. A lot of room tight to miss, though.
Hard. Good though.
And almost overswept it. But that will be a score of 5 for Team Strouse in the second end, making the score 5-2. And we'll be right back in a minute.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike, and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
All right. Welcome to the third end of the first draw on the women's side of the 2021 Junior National Championship. After a big score of 5 last end, Team Strouse takes a 5-2 lead. And that means Susan's going to have the first rock here.
He started the clock.
So I think we'll likely be drawing top 4, but I was wrong last time, so not too sure anymore.
I think top 4 is probably the call here.
6 is the call for top 4 on the Furby system. Assigning numbers to draw locations. Trying to decrease the syllables spoken and make communication more effective. It was kind of the gold standard for a while, but in recent years, teams have just moved away from it and elected to just call out the spot itself in full. Ends up sliding to back tee line. A little deeper than they wanted, but still good.
Yeah, still a good shot.
That's good. Where?
So we're going to see the corner guard here from Team Ponzio.
Yeah, wait. Gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, asking the sweepers to switch and start making it curl. Haven't quite done that yet.
Get it across. Yes.
Also need to get it over the hog
yes.
line. The most important part.
Hard. All the way. All the way. Is it there?
They do get
And
it over.
they just get it over.
Great sweep.
It's a lot closer to the center line than they would have liked, but especially being down 3, just anywhere in the free guard zone will suffice.
About the same, you think?
5, 6, 6. Line's great. It's running heavy.
We're definitely to it, I think.
It's deeper.
Tapping.
Never a good idea to judge weight from 2 sheets over, but it looks fairly heavy from here. That comes down pretty nicely. It gets almost all the way to the nose, which is good enough. But won't be very hard for if they wanted to. Team Ponzio could tap that stone and make a pocket pretty easily that they could use later in the end as a means other than a guard, as a way to score multiple points. But they are electing to just play the hit instead. If they make a double here, there's a chance it'll open up an opportunity to come around a corner guard later. But also, if they just hit and roll on top of the other stone, that could also be a good tool for them. That hangs just a little bit.
Sorry, it didn't curl.
They do stick around though, which is very important. That means Laney's gonna have to address this stone rather than put another one in the middle of the sheet and apply pressure. A little more weight than they wanted, but especially when it's your first time getting out on that wing, always good to be on the heavy side.
Absolutely.
And sticking there wouldn't have done a whole lot, especially Team Ponzio should be trying to get pretty aggressive this end, so it'd be likely that they would just come around the corner at some point and outcount that. So a big thing was removing the stone. The blank is a much more likely scenario now, but with a 3-point lead, you're not too worried about the blanking.
Yeah! Hard! Yes! Yes! Hard! Yes! Yes!
Here comes that guard.
Yes! Yes!
Just by it, still have to go. And they will get contact there. Great sweep.
I like the peel.
Yep, so now a little bit of a decision here. It is almost the center guard, so it's tempting to ignore this, but it's the only rock on the sheet that can hurt you right now.
Right.
So might as well get the peel here, although certainly you can hit and roll to more of a corner guard.
Very high corner guard.
Yeah, but it would be extremely high, so not too good. But Sid the Kid makes no mistake.
Yes.
And we're looking at a very exciting house now. Looks like Team Ponzio is electing to throw a center guard with the hammer. It'll be really important for this to be tight to the rings.
None. No, no.
And it looks like it's going to be a little more than tight to the rings. Looks like it needs to crunch up pretty hard to sit around.
It's back. Pro side light there.
It looks like it's smooth instead of
15?
crunchy again.
Okay.
Now Team Strouse gets a free draw to the middle. Just want to make sure they don't throw up a guard here, so anywhere in the rings or even through is an acceptable outcome.
Line's tight.
Just a free opportunity to get a better idea of draw weight. I don't think Leah's thrown too many draws yet this game.
Right.
So always nice to have a fairly low stakes first or second draw of the game. You need to go though. And to get it in. Mission accomplished. Team Ponzio does not like takeouts very much. They're electing to just come around this stone.
Line's good.
Like mine early, if they come around this, they'll have a decent chance at a sneaky deuce. They'll either Leo will either have to make a fairly precise run back or freeze to it.
Yes, straight.
Need to get it by though. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Got caught sweeping the curl a little low. Oh, and they get by. And will it stop in time? It does. That is a fantastic shot. It might be showing a piece on the outside.
Like 3/4.
Oh, or 3/4 of the rock on the outside. Yeah, especially the way they scratch these stones, they break really hard late in the shot. So even though that rock's almost biting the 8-foot, they were almost completely came around the other side there. And again, part of that was because they were sweeping on the curl side a little longer than they wanted to.
Whoa, no.
Looks like Leah might have poked it a little wide to start, but it should come back here.
It should come back.
Looks like they're calling Susan to curl. And she makes contact and removes the stone, which is mission accomplished there. Team Ponzio is going to have a tough time making one that good again.
Right.
A little less, but
If they do end up making a perfect top four, you'll likely see the run back out of Laney. Even if you just peel out your own rock, they still have to split the rings perfectly to not leave you a double.
Wait only. Curl. Gotta go wait. What's wait? T.
Sleepers think it's T to back house.
Yeah. Carly.
They want Carly to get some curl on it here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Carly setter. And another great shot. I think this is I think this one's fully buried and being behind the tee line here. That's going to make the run maximum difficulty here.
We might as well just throw firm.
So talking about the weight, initial thought was normal, but to Laney's point, it's sticking it perfect isn't really that beneficial for you. It's really all about just making contact and removing the stone. So electing to play firm weight, which is about 8.5 seconds hog to hog for most teams.
But nose is going to get it good.
I think nose or a little inside is where she wants to hit this. Tight out of hand again.
Yep.
I think just
Sounds like it's
close, I think.
Oh, great shot.
Great shot. For a second, it sounded like, Leah's tone a little better than I do, but it sounded like they might have just given up to go and just peel it out.
Right.
But they end up still making the run back, but leaving another stone for Team Ponzio to come around.
Yes.
It's max aggression all the time here for Team Ponzio, but no, their objective here is to get 2 points. So
it's slowing?
Maybe we'll see a skip deuce here.
Possibly. But in this case, if she ends up back forefoot, it's very likely that she'll see Lainey follow her down and freeze, and that would leave a very difficult shot to the probably to the pinhole for one.
Absolutely.
So might want to keep this one a little bit higher or bring it all the way back to back 8 foot.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta go.
Avoid
then.
that back 4 foot
Gotta
area.
go. Yeah, gotta go. Yes.
Looks a little tight on line.
Hard. Yes. It's gonna tap. Freeze it. Yeah, freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it.
Going to plan B here.
Yeah, which is the freeze.
Good
They
try,
bump
guys.
it a little bit, but now,
shot 1, 2, that's fine.
yeah, Lainey's just going to need to try and
You do.
put another one shot, sitting second shot or first shot in the rings in a spot where there's no potential double.
Yeah, I was just, and we don't need to be buried.
Okay.
Like, we want to be,
And
obviously.
yeah, I
but,
don't,
like,
she'd have
shot
to
1
put
and
it,
2 is
maybe if she's like
like it.
side 4 foot, there'll be like one spot where there could be that run double and stick both the yellows, but you know, would need to get pretty fortunate for kind of to make a shot like that. So I don't think Lainey's too worried about that. She just wants to put this in scoring position, top button here,
Yeah.
and make it
We're
very
going this way
difficult
just 'cause we
for
played
Canada to
this side
score a
before.
single.
And I just feel like I know the line a little bit better.
Line's a touch
Delaney
out.
Strouse with their last rock in the third
Gotta
end.
move. Susan's rock. Try and stay high.
Susan on it
Where?
for a little bit of curl. Sounds like it's hanging out there.
It's got lots of room
Hearing
here.
9 on the weight call, indicating it's a little heavy. Very important to sit second shot here. Big sweep from Christine Ware, and it looks like there will be a shot for 2 if they decide to take it on.
Let's come this way. Okay? And then roll here, yeah.
Okay, I
Just
think
really watch
so.
this. We only need a piece.
Don't have
Even
the
if we get
great
our line.
overhead angle here, but I think there's 2 ways to make this shot. Either you can just hit the red by itself and then stick your shooter on the wide side of the
no.
rings, or you can try to hit the yellow
Yeah.
close to nose, have your shooter stick biting the 12 foot, and then the one
Hit
you
the
run
red.
back
We're not
needs to
trying to
stick.
hit ours at all. Because
on
ours
the
is in
rings.
front. Yeah.
I think both ways are makeable here, and they're electing to just play the straight red.
Yeah. You be rough.
I will say that playing it this way brings a higher probability of giving it the steal. But maybe she's a little more comfortable with actually
Whoa,
making the
curl!
shot.
No. No. Has to curl. Sweep
Needing
it.
a
Sweep it.
curl, gets 1 and does not stick, so it'll be a
It's okay.
single point here in the third end for Team Ponzio, making the score 5-3, and we'll be back after a short break.
The Granite Society recognizes your financial support of the USA Curling Mission by virtue of your loyalty and leadership gifts. Through your Granite Society donation, you inspire continued development of the sport, as USA Curling can fund grassroots growth and development that prepares our nation's athletes to represent Team USA on the world stage, Olympic and Paralympic Games. Join the Granite Society today.
Welcome back to the fourth end of action here, Chaska Curling Center. Team Ponzio was able to score a single point after just missing a shot for 2 in the third end. So Team Strouse will have the hammer. And Carly Setter will start us off here with what looks like an intern center guard. would be my guess.
Yeah. Christine. Okay, whoa. 3 only. Yeah. Get it tight. Okay. Sit.
Was calling Christine on the curl, but ended up curling really hard and
job,
almost
good
slipping
job.
in the rings. So that sneaky late finish
Nice and easy
can
back quad.
have to get the better of you. But it is more or less a center guard in the free guard zone. Mission accomplished. Carl will have a chance to throw up another center guard that's a little closer to the center line and a little higher
7. Gotta be an 8.
if they desire. Blaney going with the back quad shot selection. Back quad is the back quadrant of the house. Want this to be to the wing and behind the tee line so the other team can't hit and roll under a center guard above the tee line.
Good judge.
Nice placement.
Very good placement. Really, anywhere between just behind the tee line and barely biting is a good weight there. That is certainly in that category.
Line's good. Where's weight? Same weight. Okay, clean
So
then.
considering they're saying the same weight and sweeping, they might be calling this one in.
Come around.
And they are.
Yeah.
Kenna's tapping
Wait,
her
only.
broom top 8, top 12,
Yeah,
but I'd
yeah.
assume they wouldn't mind getting a little deeper than that. Got to go hard to get by.
That's fine.
They just rub it,
That works.
so it's going to be mostly wide open.
Like this? I don't mind that. I like that.
Laney initially called
got
throwing
it.
another one back quad, but then changed her mind. Figured she'll take her free opportunity to remove the stone from play.
10-5.
Whoa.
The most important thing here at the 2-point lead in a hammer is to post a point this end. So it's
10,
integral to keep the middle open to do so. At all costs, have a draw path. But if you can keep a few stragglers around on the edge of the rings that could come back at extra points later in the end, I suppose you won't mind doing so. Great shot. Just about perfect.
Cross
Could have
on
rolled
line.
maybe another foot there, but still really good. Beef Team Ponzio is attempting to come around once more.
Close weight. Where? No. Has to curl.
Seems wide and heavy out of the gate here. Sweepers are off as it comes towards the rings.
Pretty heavy. Sorry.
And that one will slide through the rings.
Just so you know, that was a 14 that they just threw that went through, so it's got to be like 15.
Leah paying attention and taking the hog-to-hog times for the opponents. She got a 14-second hog-to-hog there. So that's kind of a good indication that perhaps somewhere in the low 15s would be a good time that Team Strouse will be looking for the next time they have to draw to the middle.
Little bit.
Nice shot.
Okay.
Ends up removing one of her stones, but with the end plan being to keep the middle open and make sure they score, that is a very acceptable outcome. Sometimes it can be difficult to peel stones out and miss the potential jams on the side, but big thing is keeping the center open. So now I think Team Ponzio is freezing to Susan's first stone of the end in the back quad. And this one also looks a bit on the heavy side.
Just have.
Yeah, The probably 15.25 seconds hog to hog that we're seeing here at the Chaska Curling Center is a bit quicker than a lot of these teams are used to at their home clubs.
I like it.
And can certainly take some getting used to.
'93. 8, 9.
Top 8's great.
9.
Running really hot.
Yeah, it's got to catch something.
13-6.
Yeah. 13.6, certainly a little heavier than 15, but you'll notice this one just barely scooted through the rings, where the 14 to the middle went through pretty hard. So that's a good indication that the side that they just threw on, that intern side going home to the wing, is a little bit slower than to the middle. Only by a couple of feet, but could certainly make a difference if you're trying to play a precise freeze.
Where? Hard. Take a 3. Alyssa.
Sweepers think it's like a 3 guard out of hand, so they're going to have some work to do if they want to get that into the 8 foot.
Yes. Yes. Hard.
Giving everything they got here.
Okay.
It looks like they are able to bring it into the 12 foot, but not quite shot rock. So Laney's just going to call to bring it, I guess, over to the top quad.
15. Okay.
She wants this one to be more above the tee line, knowing that Team Ponzio loves to play the freezes. So we got Leah's chance at redemption for Sydney here. Should know the track very well now. Wanting to keep it straight to make sure they don't run out of rings here. They're really working it, and that does not quite get in. You'll notice it's just how far wide that was. They pretty much had to be in an area the size of the 4 foot in order to be in the rings there.
Can you see it?
And even then, I'm not sure they would have outcounted that yellow. So maybe got the stone started a little bit on release, or maybe needed a little more ice on that one, in addition to the extra foot or 2 of weight. Team Ponzio with another chance at this freeze.
Line's good.
Like their 3rd consecutive attempt,
I believe so, yes.
3rd time's the charm, maybe?
Maybe.
Kylie.
Sweepers are hesitant to get on it.
Whoa, wait. It's cutting. Yeah, Kylie. Whoa, Alyssa.
The stone cutting, meaning that it's curling hard.
Oh, dang.
It gets by the top one, but it should, yeah. And it is
nice
3rd
shot.
time's the charm, and
Yes.
they might have been
Really
able to
good.
bump that to sit 2. I don't think so, but maybe. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
But Leah's going to have a chance to make a freeze here. And, well, it's going to be hard to score Susan's rock now. Still a lot of potential for a back end 2 or 3 points here.
Line's great. Whoa. We got to curl a lot still.
Waiting for the curl here.
Good.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
Oh, a little, okay, bounced it a
bump.
little more than they wanted to. But depending on how much they can see of it, I think it's going to be very difficult to remove still.
I like it.
Do you think I can get there with hit? Wait.
Not
No.
control.
Heavy draw. So come here.
So deciding
so like
on the weight here.
3-4, pretty much.
3-4,
halfway.
I believe Kenna was looking for maybe like a
Might need a
3-8,
little more.
3-9 on her draws.
Yeah.
So a 3-4 would be a little bit more weight. I'd say close to about hack.
No,
And
inside.
she's trying to just paper that top yellow they threw a couple stones ago. Hit the inside of the
trying to
red
on
that
this
Leah
side.
just threw, and then roll the buried while removing the red
But
stone.
if we can just freeze to the top of it, that's good too.
I'd say given the ice she has,
just
making
like
that freeze
draw
would be
weight, like
next to
3-5.
impossible. She needs to make sure she
Right.
has close to that hack weight.
Stay close, Kylie. Close. Yeah.
Asking Carly Setter to get on this stone almost immediately.
Tapper's back.
Okay,
Tapper's
already
back,
switching to
yeah.
plan B. It looks like it's curling quite a bit.
Take it in. Take it in. Take
So
it
should
in.
be able to come off the red and roll the shot here. Good audible.
That's okay. That's fine. That's out of the way. Now we can do
yep,
something.
still going to leave
Yeah, do you wanna play
Laney a
it?
chance
Play
to
a
hit
little
and
bit
sit
here?
too. Now she has a couple
Because if we
options
know
as
that
to
they
whether
have
she
that
kind of
double,
rolls
yeah.
under that
like it.
stack
You got
there,
it.
or if
Whoops,
she
sorry.
rolls towards the middle.
Looks like their call might be to roll towards the stack, I think.
Yep, that is what they're going with. It's a shorter whirl and a greater probability at scoring 3 points. Although if you roll to the middle, you probably have a greater chance at scoring 2.
Towards Leah.
Or ensuring your 2, I should say.
But
Most teams at that point would just hit and stick there and give you a free chance at it. Whereas if you roll to the wing, you might line up, albeit a difficult shot, but there might be a run double there to take your end away. But especially considering Kenna's preference to play draws, probably a good decision to roll over here to the wing.
Yep. Yep, hard.
A big sweep out of Sydney here.
Hard. Hard, gotta go really hard. Yep, gotta go to stick.
Looks like that really took off. And while it riled things up a little bit, Team Strouse is still sitting 1.
this is our last shot, Dave Hammer.
I like it.
We just have to be, we have to be shot. That's it.
You come here, you shot. Probably.
Yeah.
Post side.
Just drop to it.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll come less
So
weight.
electing to play a
Watch
similar
that rock up
freeze
there.
here, but especially the important thing to consider is that their last few shots that have been made have been on the heavy side. They've bumped on the freeze. So it's really important because you can't bump, it is overburied, that you take a little extra ice here.
Yep.
And, I'm not sure they did that,
So just draw in there, drop to their red.
but once again, they will have the option to bump their own stone up. I'd say there's a decent chance of that occurrence happening.
90 still?
I'd say there's a good chance that this spot in particular might be one of the spots in the club that curls the most right now.
Harley, clean. Yes. T-line. Top 12.
Asking Carly Setter to
Yes!
hold the line here,
Yes.
to set the line,
Yes!
shall I say.
Hard. Yes. All the way.
Big sweep, and it does just over curl a little bit, and I think that's going to leave Delaney Strouse with an open draw for 2 points.
It's your LSD, you got it.
And as Leah mentioned, it's her LSD, her last shot draw path that she threw to earn a hammer this game.
T-line.
The way the ice breaks down these days, it's likely to be fairly similar to that, but they have played almost 4 ends worth of curling. So they should have had plenty of indications on how this spot will react. All right. Delaney Strouse needing a piece of the 8-foot for 2 points.
Line's real good. All you.
Sweeper's getting on it right
Gotta
away.
be touching 8.
Now, Leah just
Yep, you
letting
got
her
it,
know the
girls,
line's
hard.
good and letting the sweepers take care of the rest.
Take care of it.
So it looks like they really need
Gotta
to go.
hard. Keep going really hard. Go,
This
go,
one's
go,
gonna
go.
be close.
Go late. Actually, I think you're okay.
Another big
Big-
sweep out of the
great
Team
sweep.
Strauss front end.
Two.
Susan said, great sweep. And with that, Team Strauss will score 2 points, extending their lead to 7-3 over Team Ponzio.
USA Curling's new logo is now on merchandise. Shop the latest USA Curling collection to show your pride by sporting a hat, t-shirt, sweatshirt, or quarter zip at usacurling.org/shop.
It's time for some fifth end action here. And team Delaney Strouse versus Kenna Ponzio. This will be Susan Tutt's in-turn draw attempt to the top forefoot.
Gotta curl a tad, but it should. 14-5.
7.
Good, Sus.
Might as well have just said Susan forefoot. So it looks like Kenna's motioning for another one of these more or less tight corners or off-center guards.
Good.
They seem to like their corner guards a little bit tighter to the center line.
Yeah! Gotta go! Wait! 2! 2! Alyssa! Hard! Hard! Yes!
Asking Alyssa Hahn to get a
All the way,
carve
guys!
on here.
Hard! Get over as much. Yeah,
Over the
that's
center
good.
line.
Good
Looks
sweep,
like
guys.
almost
I
a
know you guys
halfway
are tired.
guard, and
Not much.
looks like a pretty good position
Got it.
relative to where they wanted it. Kenna makes a great point, though. They've been working hard this game, certainly earning their keep.
Yeah, I got the same, little less. I mean, a little quicker time. It's a little tap, I think.
Especially on ice like this that glides a little bit more. It's pretty often that your front end ends
Little
up working
tap.
pretty hard.
Coming down, 8, 9. You still gotta curl a lot.
See if Susan forefoot can hit the forefoot again here.
Okay, that's good, Sus. Fine.
She does. But again, just bumping it a little deep with the potential for Team Ponzio to make a pocket if they desire. But once again, just electing to hit the top stone. Oh, and then looks like she changed her mind going for the come around.
That's good. Where? Where? Yeah, go! Go hard!
So
Yeah.
same weights, meaning same as the mid guard as the last time.
Yes.
So once again,
Another
the
guard.
sweepers need to
Another
work
guard.
pretty hard here.
Yes! Get under!
Wanting
Yes,
to at least
all the way over if
tuck
you
a
can.
piece under the other guard.
Good sweep, guys.
Doesn't quite get there.
Really good.
You can't even peel yet.
Sydney wanting to peel those guards, but unfortunately, if the 5 rock-free guard zone has to wait one more to get her chance at whipping one down there.
It's okay, though. It's just a guard.
See if the kid packs a pretty big punch on her peel weight.
Absolutely.
Straight a little bit. Push it out, push it out. Where do you want it? In, top 4.
Wanting this to just be a little into the forefoot, but Leah's saying they need to go here.
And they'll get a biter
No.
out of it.
Leah.
Another great sweep. It's always cool to see on ice like this that does carry so much, just how far these fit teams can drag rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah! Yeah! Hard! Yes! Hard! Yes! Okay, move!
Oh, wow, manages to touch both.
Yeah.
Pretty tough to do.
That's pretty good.
But unfortunately, they do lose their shooter.
Is
This
she
is probably the most important piece of the
straight
shot.
out of her hand? You go.
All right.
You
Due
got
to
it.
the curls, Leah affirming with Susan that if it's tight, they're probably going to need to go pretty hard here. And here's Sydney Mulaney on her double peel attempt. Nothing yet. Well, and almost manages to make it on the thin side. There was kind of 2 ways to make that. The one just being to hit the top stone at about half to 2/3 of it. But she probably could all hit like an 1/8 or a 1/16 of the top stone, and then also caught an 1/8 of the back stone and sent them both flying one way. A lot tougher to make it that way, though. So the call is always going to be to hit the top one thicker.
Wait's close. Where? Clean. Curl only.
I think it's a little on the heavy side here.
Curl. Oh, whoa. Just don't sweep it, but.
You do have backing.
Yep.
That's okay. Leave that one in.
And that'll work. That red they just tapped can serve as a jam rock on his hit and roll attempt.
10-5.
But I think there's probably about maybe a half rock's worth of space between the guard and the close edge of that yellow. So Leah can still throw 10-5, which is control weight.
Sid really pounding this one.
Whoa!
Sid the kid with another big scrub. A great team shot from the Strouse rank. Kind of looking to just come around here. If she can get one fully buried, it'll be, or even just partially buried. There's lots of jam rocks back there. So both the run or any sort of hacker board weight dig and roll will be difficult for Leah on her next rock here.
Yeah!
But Christine needs to get one there first.
Alyssa! Alyssa! Just fine.
Alyssa Hahn on the line early, but it sounds like the weight's up.
Come here. Whoa, whoa. Yeah! Line only. Okay. Weight's all there.
Thought about trying to just sit on top of that back one and waited a little too long. Kind of was thinking about going for it, but the thing is they would have been, second shot back there, which could certainly come back to come and play, but also relatively unlikely.
I don't think we need to.
I kind of like this idea out of Leah, especially considering how much
I like coming under.
Team Ponzio loves to come around any rock like that. But if just beating him around, I think, is still probably a better outcome.
Like a 15?
Can't be a 3.
Yep, certainly do want this to be in the rings. Yeah, another 3, especially if they manage to stagger or kind of corner freeze to that top one so that they don't have a run back. It might give Team Ponzio some extra area to hide behind. But that was a great sweep to at least get that rub and roll open. They're still going to have a run back now. Curling can kind of be similar to pool or poker, where you always want to have outs available or ways to get out of difficult situations. And the short run back being an out for Team Strouse in the case that Team Ponzio can make this come around.
Line's a little tight.
Absolutely.
Alyssa, clean. Wait for it. Alyssa, clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait's all there. Yeah, Alyssa. Whoa, whoa. Wait's all there. No, no, no. No, no, no. It's got it. It's got it. That's a good shot.
And they get one buried back there, a little deep, but that's going to force Eleni to have to make a shot to get down to it. But of course, with the play being so bunched to the center, there's a good opportunity for Team Strouse to be able to steal one here if they can make a good freeze.
Right.
Yeah, that line is good. Laney thought it was a little tight. Got Susan pivoting over to hold it straight almost right away.
Push, push, push it over.
I think it curled so much that they're already considering tapping their last stone or just guarding here. I think the sweepers were working too hard for us to be able to hear their wake call. And so, yeah, this is going to be an opportunity for Team Ponzio to sink another one, maybe.
If we feel the guard.
I will say, the unfortunate part about that miss there is that it did take away their out of that run back.
I think we can get there with the curl. I say here. Just don't hit any of these.
I'm not. Team Ponzio is electing to draw to the under the corner guard here, which generally when you do have the hammer, you want to play it to the wing under your corner guard. But in this situation, I think there's a very good likelihood that Laney's just going to play this come around to the middle again on her last because she'll be in a really good position to steal. So I think trying to take that away by beating them there is probably the best option here. But if she makes this good, she will be sitting too, and the pressure will be on Laney.
Gotta go line! Gotta go line! Whoa!
Calling hard line early. The spot was moving pretty hard the other way, so it's logical to think it would move hard this way as well.
Hard!
And it does not quite get by.
It's okay.
So
was it
Laney with no added stake here, or stakes on her draw. Still only against a potential for 2. But still a chance to get one in good scoring position. And now the problem with that last one is, I mean, I don't know if she had it anyways. I think that with that corner guard being where it was.
Tricky port to begin with.
So there probably wasn't a draw over there, but now there's definitely not an out-turn draw path for Kenna.
Line's a touch tight, Sid.
So if Laney ends up being in that perfect top button buried position here, I don't think there's anything that Kenna can do to prevent a steal.
Okay, straight. Yep, straight. Okay, whoa.
I think line's good, just a little heavy. And it'll just come right back down to the back one.
Great adjustment.
No, exactly. Nothing wrong with that. It's going to take 2 points off the board. And but we'll leave kind of a chance to score one. Just follow it down.
It doesn't curl left this way. It curls like way in. Okay.
So kind of talking to Christine about how she's been noticing that this side is straightening up a little bit.
Draw.
You'll notice they're only taking about a little, like 4.5 to 5 feet of curl here. Whereas earlier in the game, they were taking more like 6 to 6.5.
Line's a little narrow. Alyssa, clean.
Asking Alyssa to clean, but the weight looks on the heavy side.
Watch line. Yeah. Yes.
So they can have a good amount of weight here as long as they get by. Oh, that is going to rub, though. Just kind of took off on them a little bit, and it's going to be a steal of 1 for Team Strouse going into our 5th end break. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half action of draw 1.
Oh, great. The show's starting.
Come on. Just trust me. Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. They'll think we're VIP. Wow. He does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you. I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
The road to Olympic gold begins in Omaha for the nation's top men's and women's curling teams. The U.S. Olympic team trials for curling return to Baxter Arena from November 12th through the 21st. Only 2 teams can berth an Olympic bid from Omaha. Every match is a battle for a spot in Beijing's Winter Games. Get your all-session tickets on August 16th through usacurling.org. Witness medals in the making this November.
USA Curling is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in sport. Our new Icebreakers program, created and led by Deborah Martin and Dean Gemmel, will promote strategic outreach by clubs to Black, Indigenous, and populations of color that have been underrepresented in curling. By introducing our amazing sport to new groups, we can create lasting connections that will benefit our clubs and the communities around them. You can find more information about Icebreakers in the Diversity and Inclusion section at usacurling.org. Icebreakers. Share the sport, elevate the game.
It's gonna be a little quicker after the mop.
5, 6, 5. Gotta be in. It's in. Take
7, 8.
Think it's okay.
Welcome back to the second half of Draw 1 on the women's side of the 2021 USA Curling Junior Women's National Curling Championships. Once again, this is Luke Violette with Becca Rogers.
What?
And Team Strouse leads the 8-3. Susan Straw, the forefoot, slips down to mid, splitting the T line, which is certainly an acceptable position. Now it looks like Team Ponzio is going for their off-center guard again. So taking a look at some of the other score lines over on sheet 1, we have Team Chumacao leading Team Hollins 5-1 after 5. Over on sheet 2, we've got Team McDonald ahead 6-2 on Team Berg after 5. And then over on sheet 4, we have Team Goryanova up 6-0 against Team McRailed. Then on sheet 5, it's Team Samantha Jones up 6-3 on Kylie Barden. And then over on the other end sheet, on sheet 6, it's Team Viao up 5-4 on Team Tamboli.
Clean. Come on. Clean. Come back. Please. Come back. Come back.
Waiting for this stone to curl up, and it doesn't quite.
15? 20? Okay.
Susan's 35.
Again, the most important thing on those shots is to keep your shooter around.
Little bit
Of
early.
course,
Gotta go early.
disappointed that didn't quite curl up at the end there.
4, 5, 6.
And Lainey's saying you need to go early just to hold it straight. Good chance Sydney's a little tight on the line out of hand.
To it.
Want to come all the way down to frozen, but tucking a piece under the guard's pretty good.
We're just not hitting it right now.
Yep, then there's the confirmation. Everyone's tendency is to be a little tight on the squad right now. So that's why almost most shots out of hand, you're seeing them get an early sweep on. It's been working out for the most part, but Lainey is also probably just taking a little extra ice for that reason. A lot of times it can be visual when you're used to seeing only 3 to 4 feet of curl. To see the broom down the 5 or 6 feet can be mentally challenging to believe.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty often that everyone just kind of ends up sliding a little tight, and then you take even more ice. But whatever you got to do to make shots. And now they're, even though this stone is guarding their reds, they're just going to peel it out, because any stone in play is going to help the team that's behind.
Yep. You're good.
And Sydney makes no mistake.
Throw.
Got the house looking exactly how Team Strouse wants it to look right now. So Team Ponzio electing to play some sort of draw to those reds. I can't tell if they're either trying to hide behind them or freeze to one of them. Maybe calling it the option for all 3 possibilities.
Now.
Any of them will be a decent shot at this point.
Where?
If they can just get something close there and force Team Strouse to maybe run one of the reds back onto the other one, and maybe they'll incidentally spill 1 or 2 of their own rocks out, and then Team Ponzio will have a chance to maybe throw up a corner guard and get some play going to the wings. Once again, Team Strouse is in C-stone, hit stone mode. So they will. Laney does not hesitate to put the broom down for Leah to peel this one out.
A little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good throw. Thanks.
If Team Ponzio can come and tap that top one on the nose with maybe back 8 weight, there's a good chance they might be able to make some sort of pocket. But even as they are right now, there's a little bit of a stagger, so they might be able to come fully buried behind them, and Laney won't have a direct route to access that stone. A lot of these ends have been playing out pretty similar, where Team Strouse will have a couple rocks in good scoring position above the tee line, and then Team Ponzio will spend most of the end trying to come around them. This one looks a little tight on line. It'll just rub on the top. Yep, I think sweepers were too focused on sweeping. They didn't quite get the weight call out there. Otherwise, kind of might have adjusted and switched over to a plan B, which would be the freeze on the top stone. Maybe more like plan C, but
just peel it out.
An option nonetheless. And
I like that. You like that? 15.
Okay, changing up a little bit here. They figure because they're sitting 2, maybe we'll just try to draw and split the rings on the other side. I do think, you know, there's a chance that they could leave a potential triple, though, if they're not too careful with it.
True.
Line's good.
I don't think I'd be too worried of this situation, but be a possibility.
Yeah, they grind, they grind.
Reaffirming that they should grind down and stop.
Good.
It's close. It just barely does.
Yes.
They are sitting 3 now.
No, it's fine.
Now there's a fair amount of room for Team Ponzio to hide under those 3 rocks that are in the top of the rings.
Wait for weight.
They'll just be wanting to grab maybe a quarter of a 4-foot, but just behind the tee line here.
Yeah. Top 8. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, Charlie. Keep
kind of coming up with the valet to help her sweepers get every inch they can. They won't quite get there, but they do have two rocks in the rings with the hammer.
I gave you here.
Maybe a touch more, yeah.
It'll take a lot of work to make 3 or 4 reds go away, but I think it'll be possible. If this ends up being above the tee line again, I think there might be a triple there, or at least close.
What's up, squad? I said, what's up, squad?
Little what's up from Laney. I think a lot of teams would have just elected to peel the closest yellow stone here. But in reality, I think they're confident enough in their draw weight to know that they'll be able to sit another counter here. And also knowing that that means kind of Ponzio is likely going to have to draw against maybe 4 points here. And she's thrown a few draws, but the reality is you never know what happens, and it could be make for a big steal and an early conclusion to the game. So in the ladies' side, because it is pool play, they don't have too many games they're looking at this week, but it still is a long week, and if you ever have a chance to get off the ice early and save your sweepers, you look to do it.
Line's good. Line's really good. Keep going straight. Girls. Yep. Hard. Right here. Right here. Okay, good.
Oh. Yeah, I know Kenna's not a big fan of the big weight, but I'm pretty sure there's a triple there.
Even if it's hugging here, that's okay.
Take a fair amount of weight to get that first one you hit to squeak out of there.
2. Cool.
But at the very least, you can make 2 of them go and stick.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1
and have a chance at bringing your other 2 yellows into play. But she's playing to her strengths here, and I think she's just kind of either trying to draw behind or freeze back there.
80.
Looking for that 3.8 second backline to hog line time. That seems to be her normal throw. You'll notice that Team Strouse, a lot of times they'll be looking for a 420 in the same spot. That's just a difference in individual delivery there. The back to hog line times are unique for everybody. So each individual shooter will likely have a slightly different time that they're looking for, depending on how much drag is in their delivery.
Normal. I like that a lot. You got it.
And Lainey likes this one a lot.
I like
She's very thrilled to put the broom down and play normal weight and stick this on the nose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nose is great.
Because Kenna's not going to really have an easy path into the 4-foot to score here. She might have to make a double off of this one and the other red that's currently biting the 4-foot in order to score. Sounds like Lainey slid a little bit tight here. She will have room to catch on her other one if she overcurls, but if she sticks it on the nose here, that's going to make the draw tougher.
It's a hammer. Oh, it's a hammer.
A little reminder that this is the last stone in the end. Important piece of information, and it looks like they are going to draw. If Delaney had perfectly nosed that stone, or maybe even rolled a little to the outside, that would have mostly blocked this draw path, and they would have either had to maybe try to squeak through whatever was between those 2 red stones, or play the double I was mentioning.
It's hammer, just draw 4-foot. Same weight? It's just lying there. I might push you out of the way.
Carly and Alyssa were asking, well, where exactly are we drawing to, which is important information to know. Then it looks like maybe a quarter rock into the 4-foot. This rock's really hanging wide. They might be able to play off of that wide red in the 8-foot.
Yeah! Off!
Which they are trying to do.
Did we
get
get it?
Close.
1 second.
I think that was a tap for 2 red. So we'll have to wait for the teams to hang the score, but as of right now, it looks like it is 10-3 Team Strouse.
The Granite Society recognizes your financial support of the USA Curling Mission by virtue of your loyalty and leadership gifts. Through your Granite Society donation, you inspire continued development of the sport, as USA Curling can fund grassroots growth and development that prepares our nation's athletes to represent Team USA on the world stage, Olympic and Paralympic Games. Join the Granite Society today.
Welcome back to end 7 between Team Delaney Strouse and Kenna Ponzio. At this point, with a 7-point lead, Team Strouse is electing to throw their lead stones through the rings. As once again, any stones in play will help the trailing team. They can use those to bump them back and create rocks that can be frozen to or jammed on later in the end. Team Team Ponzio trying to switch it up and throw center guards here.
Yeah, wait.
It's in. Top 12.
But yeah, the most important thing is that this is in the free guard zone, so Team Strouse can't remove it, and it sounds like it's going to slip into the rings.
It's okay.
Yeah, so now this is a rare chance for a lead to peel a stone out.
Yes.
We'll often just stick with the same normal weight that they use on hitting sticks and just take a little extra ice.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca throws her peels pretty good.
Thank you.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Hard to try and roll it out.
Good.
Nice shot by Suze.
Yep. Many leads are very proud of their their peel outs when they get the chance to make them.
Yes, especially when they aren't peels of shame.
Yes, but for Suze, it just looks like another day in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Line's good. Close weight. Wherever weight is. 3. Yeah. Christine. Yeah. Yeah, all the way, as close as you can.
A nice
That's
adjustment
good.
on weight here.
Good sweep, guys.
On her second throw.
Just throw. You can try mixed doubles, take. You want to take this? What? Nothing.
Oh, so again with the 5 rock free guard zone, often your second may also have to throw a rock through the rings. They were joking about the mixed doubles tick, which would be to try and hit that stone with
really
like board weight and just hit maybe an 1/8 of the stone and kick it into the rings.
I asked him if he could do Johnny lead, and he said no.
But at this point, it doesn't really do a whole lot.
They
and
didn't
it's
have that as a thing.
So might as well just throw it through.
He said now he can. He just has to go to a class, and he said he wants to, but he just hasn't had the time. Good throw. Close side light. Got it. 4-0.
Will now be trying to come around their guard.
Close. 2, 3. 3 guard.
Or perhaps throw another
It's
one.
pretty wide. Just leave it corner draw. That's all right.
And that's going to slide into the back tee line. Fully open though.
Right here. You want to stick or go out? What? You want to peel it out or stick? Firm.
Firm. You got it.
Didn't quite hear the answer to the question, but considering the choice is firm, they're probably trying to roll this out.
Firm. 8.
So 8 is a firm.
Nice shot.
Yep, usually silence on those kinds of shots is either really good or really bad. In this case, it was really good.
I got 4-0 last time. You got it. Nice. Really close. Wait, where? T. Has to curl, Fanny. No. No, it's. Nope.
Looks like they got one buried, so that's going to mean Team Strouse has to elect to peel the guard rather than the one in the rings. Another good peel. Caught it a little bit thin, but gets the job done. Doesn't really matter how you get there.
Top 12. Par 3. Okay.
So kind of really just signaling that she wants a stone along the same line as the one that's in the rings already. If it slips in the top 12, that's okay, but also if it's a tight 3 guard, also an acceptable outcome.
Whoa. It's all there. Top 12. Has to curl.
Alyssa and Carly are saying that
Let it sit
hesitant to get on this stone, thinking that the weight might be a little heavy.
Sit. Sit.
And they really need this one to sit to stay in the rings. We're going to see Lainey's 6 feet of fury here. But it looks like it's just about 5.5 feet of fury. She couldn't quite get it out. But it's going to leave Leovero a double. A chance to eliminate any chance at scoring multiples for Team Ponzio. Cindy's on it hard early. See if she can hold it. It's close. No
Nice
problem.
shot.
And rolls the shooter out. Great shot, Leah.
Good sweep.
And back to square one here. Just going to try to put another stone in the rings and see if they can get a miss on the open takeout. Otherwise, they'll have the choice between scoring a single and blanking and trying to score a really big end in the 8th.
Wait only. Clean. 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 Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Wait only. Wait's all there. It's fine. That works. It's a good shot.
I like it. What Dan's gonna do? No idea. Okay.
It's in the rings.
No, this is
Mission
fine, too.
accomplished.
Probably. Just get the rock out. You got it.
Really, unless you get a completely missed hit from Kenna here, it doesn't matter too much if you stick around for Team Strouse. So I think they elected to play a little more weight at this, just to make sure they at least get contact on the stone.
Especially when they aren't super sure about what the ice is going to do out here.
It ends up being a lot like putting in golf, where you're always hesitant to give the hole away on a short putt. You don't really want to give the rock away, especially on the side of the rings where you're not too confident what the ice will do. So if you throw more weight, it means your rock will always have a piece of the stone you're trying to hit the whole way down, and will give you a little more peace of mind.
Yep.
That edge.
So I think Kenna's just going to try and put it back. Outside chance she's going to go draw to the other side of the rings, but pretty sure she's going to stick with what she knows here. It'll be
Just
a little more important for
Same
Lainey
weight.
to stick on this one, because it would force kind of to make at least a decent shot to get a blank out or score a single.
Yeah, where is it? Where? Gotta be yes. Clean. 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 Whoa. Clean. Just clean.
My bad. Good work.
She does choose to go to the other side, but it doesn't quite stick around.
I think so.
Yep, just going to draw to center here.
Yep, T-line. 25.
if you're gonna go. Okay.
Laney
Line's
was
really
nice
good.
to her sweepers here,
14-5.
throwing a little closer to natural
Yeah,
weight.
it's probably like. Good throw, Lane. For one.
And Delaney Strouse hits the button here, and it looks like
We just need a piece.
Team Ponzio's gonna.
If we roll out, that's fine.
I think their preference is to score 1, but of course the blank,
Okay.
either score of 1 or the blank are acceptable outcomes.
Yep. Just need a piece.
I'd say if they're looking at trying to come back and take this game to an extra end, realistically they need to blank here, score 3 or 4 points in 8, and then look to steal multiples in 9 and 10.
Whoa!
But it sounds
Oh
pretty
my
daunting.
Clean, Alyssa. Whoa, whoa.
Oh my goodness, and then clean. Not too sure what's going to happen with this one.
Push it. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
It's close. Got to sweep the red, and
Oh
she'll
my
make the blank
goodness.
out. Oh my goodness. It'll be a blank for Team Ponzio. And we'll have to see if they decide to keep playing. It looks like they will. So that means we'll take a short break and then be back at you with some 8th end action.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Welcome to the 8th end of action, and almost couldn't get back quick enough for Susan to throw this one through the rings. Many Lead's favorite shot.
You always know you're going to make it.
I have heard of one being missed once.
I also have.
I was really hungry.
But about that 99.99% make.
Right.
Maybe add a couple extra 9s in there.
Yeah, that could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna want to make sure this one's over the hog line. Kind of coming in for the valet. And they get it, no problem.
Good try. Good sweep, guys.
Oof, I don't know. Susan took a couple of seconds off the time clock there. Bit of a disaster for Team Strouse. You'll often see teams throwing nose pretty much before the other team's stone comes to rest.
Yep.
Say that again? Yeah. Thanks.
Not entirely sure where they're trying to place this one. It could be trying to bury it behind the other guard or throw another guard into the free guard zone, but that is going to slip in the rings. So even if it's buried, Team Strouse might as well make an attempt to dig it out. Worst case scenario, it's a free guard zone violation, which would effectively be the same as throwing one through.
Peel! No. Peel!
Looks like it needs to curl to get it make contact.
Yeah.
No. On the release, so Sydney probably just floated it out there a little bit. But considering if that had been fully buried, they would have contemplated throwing the rock through anyways. It's a plenty fine outcome. Sounds like the call is to guard their shot stone halfway into 12 foot.
Nice. Looks great. 2. 2, we want 2. 2. 2 or 3. Has to curl.
It's all there.
Draw under then, but don't sweep.
It's top 12 for sure.
It's back. It's back. It's definitely back. Yeah. Push it. Push it. Hard. Yes. Away. Good.
Of course, never entirely sure if they called the guard, but they end up being back 4 foot, mostly buried behind their rock in the top 12. So that means, you know, if Team Strouse peels this higher guard and doesn't make contact with the ones in the rings, Team Ponzio will be able to come back and fully guard their pair of stones in the rings. And
Yep.
I mean, they'll have a chance at being able to score 3 points. Over curls, and that's, yeah, I mean, kind of a disaster outcome for Team Strouse there.
Put one up there. Okay.
Top 4.
Pretty sure that rock rolled to fully cover those 2 stones. At least mostly cover. My guess is that they'll be able to see maybe like an eighth or a quarter of one of those rocks. So now
Line's good. Weight's close.
Trying to find room for a 3rd stone behind it.
It's got to go if it's top 4.
Kind of seems to think there's the most room sliding into the top 4 foot.
No.
It's really hanging wide. It's important that this gets buried.
Come on. Bring it behind here. Okay, well.
That needs to check up to stay in the rings. Laney 6 feet of fury. Doesn't quite get it out. Then it did come, it's mostly buried back there. Wow. Laney calling the freeze here rather than the peel.
Okay.
Big shot here. If this is made, they're probably really out of giving up a big end, but if this is missed, a 4 is in play.
Where are we? Gotta curl a lot. Hard, it looks real good, girls. Get it here. Hard curl.
Sid and Sue's really working on it. Well, it's already in the 8 foot, which is good news.
Straight, whoa. Good.
I think they got shot stone, but even if it's a little short, it's still a great position. And Leah probably just bailed them out of the end, although if they can make this corner freeze good and then Team Strouse were to follow up with a miss, Team Ponzio would be able to remove that stone and sit about 5 at that point. So really important that on their next stone, Leah keeps a stone in the rings here.
Yeah, line! 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 Hard! Yeah, line!
Hard, Carly.
Hard!
Hard!
Yes!
That sounds really tight earlier, having Carly set her on it.
Yes! Yes!
Hold it straight.
Yes! Yes, hard!
Need to go hard to try and
Come right here.
spill high enough to roll into the rings, and it won't quite do that.
Okay.
It will further protect their 3 stones that are in the house.
Yeah, light's okay.
But it's going to open up the opportunity for Leah to draw down, make the freeze, and sit 2. And I think, I'm not really sure how Team Ponzio is going to be able to eliminate those 2 red stones if this is made. I will say that there is a little bit of danger in this shot. If she ends up just corner freezing or red, or being a little wide and dead even with it, both those situations would leave a double for Team Ponzio. So really important as this rock comes down that the sweepers communicate the weights.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, some little bounce, but that's really good. I think it's
Just draw.
Moderately safe to say that Team Strouse is out of trouble now. Don't want to jinx them, but it's going to take some real work to move those two reds out of scoring position. Certainly, the door was open for Team Ponzio, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, really needed to make that corner freeze on the last rock there.
Yeah! Gotta go! Go! Yes! Hard! Yes, line! Yes! Hard, guys! Hard! Yes! All the way! Yes! You got it! Yeah! You got it! Yeah! Yep. Bring it over here. Yep. Bring it under. Yeah. Stop. Gotta get it under. Gotta get it under. That's okay. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Now, another one coming up short. Don't have a stopwatch myself, but this could be one of those about time in the game where the ice starts to slow up a little bit to the middle.
Okay. And if we're short, that's fine. Even right here is okay too. Yeah, I like there. Okay. Well,
It's more that it just loses some of its carry
So you had room here for me
rather
to
than
cover, so I
necessarily
think a
slowing
little
down.
more.
I gave you here for your first one, here for your second.
Okay.
Right there?
I like
Back
it.
to where we have for the first one?
You got it. Do you know what you got of the long?
So now it kind of went from an opportunity for Team Ponzio to score an end of multiples. It's now an opportunity for Team Strouse to steal a couple points and add to their lead.
Probably fine. Kind of top to it. If we go a little bit short, top 4's good, top 8's good.
You know, a lot of potential options from Laney in the hack here as to some good outcomes.
Line's okay. Where are we? Okay.
Sydney calling 9 for back 8 foot.
Whoa, curl if you're gonna go. Right here. Where? Still 9. 14-3. Right here.
14-3.
Curl, start going, start curling, start
So
curling.
remember, geez, I don't even know what end it was. I think it was several ends ago. There was a 14 that was about hack weight.
Yep.
So that goes to show that the ice has indeed slowed down maybe 5 or 6 feet to the middle here.
You'd end up here. Where would they go? This would end up here, and these would jam.
Okay, they'd have one. You might be shot.
But I think we might be shot if we do that.
If you might roll too. If you're hitting here, you're gonna roll.
We might roll here, but that's okay because this will end up here.
Yeah. Kind of really just trying to find a
gotta
way
try
to
come
score.
to nose of this and be shot.
That's pro side. You got it.
Not sure what the weight selection is. I think it looks like a decent weight hit. She feels that maybe she can get as close to nose as possible on that shot stone and kind of spill it over maybe to the other side of the forefoot, opening up the pinhole for a draw maybe on her last rock.
Just trying to blast it.
So normal up, that's probably about 9 seconds hog to hog.
Sorry. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Go! Go! Yeah! Hard! Hard! Yes! 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 Hard! Hard! Yes!
We were just making it by the
Oh! It must have just tickled it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Room here.
So,
You hit it really good.
you know, Team Strouse probably could just throw up, a rock anywhere light on this line that would block Team Ponzio's path to the button, and there will just be no way for them to score.
I'll give a little less maybe so we can navigate better, but honestly, if I feel the same, it's going to do the same thing. What'd you get on it? 15. Okay, if you see it light, don't be afraid to go, Susan, because it cuts pretty hard.
Still good that they're keeping the communication up. It can be easy with a big lead on a shot with a lot of options to kind of quiet down, but it's really important to be precise and make the most of your opportunity here.
Touch tighter.
This really is a chance to put the pressure on and guarantee a steal of multiples.
5-6 is great. Whoa. It's got to move. It's got to move. It's not moving.
Wider than they want it to be, also heavier at a 14.5.
Curl.
Use the curl.
Okay.
Heavy was not the tolerance here. It still might have stopped just in time. I don't know if Team Ponzio has much of a good option, because I think if they just hit 2 rocks in the middle there, the one is just about frozen and isn't moving very far.
Right.
And they also, I think they have to hit the one on the right first, which means that their rock is going to go to the left and spin up and out into that other. It'll get caught by that other red, but considering the angle that it'll move the rock on our left side of the 4-foot back, I don't think they'll be able to outcount that.
We gotta get it. We gotta hit this part of it too. So
I think the best she can do here is limit the damage to a score of 1 for Team Strouse.
Come this way.
But I may be mistaken.
Weight was great.
Watch that sweep. Like, you might have to.
You gotta watch this guard too.
Yeah.
Yep, it's definitely important to get by the guard.
Try to hit as thin as we can on that inside rock. And roll. Firm. Switch sides. Switch sides. Okay. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Got it!
Ponzio, the last rock in the 8th end.
Yeah! Hard! Oh my. Hard!
And that will catch the guard, and it will be a steal of 4 for Team Strouse.
Yep, that's 4.
And
my bad, offline.
I'm anticipating handshakes here.
Good
Proverbial
curling.
handshakes. Yep, there it is.
Good curling, guys.
I think it's a head nod and good curling.
Yep. Good curling.
And that'll do it for the first draw here between Team Strouse and Team Ponzio. Team Strouse advancing to a big 1-0 here. Good start to the week. And
the road to Olympic gold begins in Omaha for the nation's top men's and women's curling teams. The U.S. Olympic team trials for curling return to Baxter Arena from November 12th through the 21st. Only 2 teams can berth an Olympic bid from Omaha. Every match is a battle for a spot in Beijing's Winter Games. Get your all-session tickets on August 16th through usacurling.org. Witness medals in the making this November.